stage. This was turned into us. If you lost like a weed pen in the bathroom, check your pockets. I almost said, Rose, keep it, but it's yours? Yeah, no one's trying to get Corona. Here you go. There you go. All right. Your next comedian is big enough to hurt any one of us. Please give it up for the very funny Ron Cole.
That's a really obscure song called The Fat Man Stomp. It's by Bone Crusher and some other fat fuck. And I found that song in like 2004, which I'm older than most of you looking out over this crowd. You've been picked on enough, but you do kind of look like the kid from The Sixth Sense, like after he grew up, got drunk, hit somebody with his car, whatever. You know, I don't want to put that on you, but it's a good look, man. Keep it. I like it. So, obviously I'm fat. I haven't played the Fat Man song. It's a great song to be fat to. If you're not, it doesn't make any sense. Like, Owen was up here and he's like, Fat Man, stop. Everybody would be like, fuck, what's going on? But yeah, I've been fat most of my life. There was one point in my life where I was in really good shape, fucked my back up, and then pizza became my best friend. And so now I'm back at this stage, full bloom. Most people, you know, like, I keep to the shadows a lot, and I kind of stay to myself because I don't want to affront people with this. Like when I'll go walking there, especially when I was clean shaven, I look like one of those creatures that if there was a creator, maybe he shoved it down to the bottom of the ocean so it only sees the light of day if it's dead. And people can be like, the fuck is that? Is that a monster on the beach? That's how I felt walking around Newport with my wife and my sister one time. We were walking around and there was a lot of people on the beach and it was hot. And I took my shirt off. One thing, I'm super fat. Second thing, I have a misspelled tattoo on my chest. It's my wife's name, which makes it so much fucking worse. And we had just gotten back together when I got it. So, and the worst thing is, it wasn't the tattoo artist's fault. It wasn't my fault. My wife spelled her name for him. He did the stencil, put it on my chest, said, does that look right? I'm like this because I'm so fat I had to turn my head to tighten the skin on my chest for him to even put it on there. And she's like, yep, that's my name. So her name's Miranda. And as you can see, I did this later, the little editor's mark with the A above it. It says Marnda. So no one noticed this. It went completely unnoticed. He put the paper towel over it, taped it on there. I got home, and I had gotten a couple other tattoos that day, so it was really like, whatever. The M was really cool, and that's what my wife was drawn to. She's like a parrot with shiny things. She's like, that M's awesome, I love it. And I'm like, good. I hope nothing's wrong. You know, we just got back together. Let's take this as a sign. So we get home, and I'm like rubbing A and D on it, because that's at the time what they said you're supposed to put on them. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, that looks small. It looks really small. It looks really small. And I looked at the tattoo and I was like, fuck, that's misspelled. And so I called her in there. Yeah, that was a dick joke. So I called her in there, and I was like, hey, notice anything? Yes, he's like, thank you. Notice anything wrong with your fucking name? And she's like, yeah, that M's amazing. I'm like, yeah, M's cool. Read farther. Go a little longer into the rest of your name that you spelled for this guy, and through the course of the tattoo kept saying, yeah, that's right. Good. Because he kept saying, are you sure this is right? M-A-R-N-D-A. And I'm getting a tattoo, so I'm not really paying attention to shit. I just kind of zone off. I'm like, this is awesome. I love ink. And she looked closer, and like 5 minutes later, I just saw tears start coming down her head. And I had so many jokes to like make fun of her for it and everything, but instead I just hugged her and gave her a kiss and said, it's going to be okay. I'm gonna fix it. And so that little A fixed the whole situation. She doesn't cry about it anymore. And if she's really mean to me, I just call her Martinda. I had a stroke just a second. All right, that's my time.
Yeah, give it up for Ron Cole. He smells hurt, folks. And his arm hurts. There you go. Give it up for Ron and Martinda. Shout out to this table up front, doing a lot of heavy lifting. I bet you guys didn't come to this and be like, hey, let's walk away feeling a lot worse about ourselves. Brotherhood. All right, thanks for being here. Your next comedian's